Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Well, I've got these two fabulous ladies back in the kitchen again. Aren't we lucky? Just want to say our sincere apologies to Laura, who can't make it tonight. She's not very well, and I asked the girls because they were here last week, they didn't bring the black buttercream. So in fairness, I didn't ask them to come back. Emily very kindly offered to come back, so I'm very grateful because I really want you to see this being made by Emily, and you're going to love it. It's amazing. It's her newest colour, and she forgot it last week. So she pays the price. She's back. And also we want to talk about Emily's cake. So just let's say hello to Laura and Maria, who are in the kitchen.
Hi.
Hi.
So they'll be bobbing around as usual. I'll get Laura to do a spiel, and then I want Emily to talk about her cake because we've got a fabulous cake class coming up. Now in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, there's actually lots of classes that's going to happen this year. So we're kicking off with myself on the 29th of February. We're doing a cupcake bouquet class. Then we've got Amy Archibald from Wedding Couture Cakes, and she'll be showing you how to make not this cake, but this rose will be in the cake that she's making. So it's gorgeous, isn't it? You've seen that cake, haven't you? It's lovely. So she's making a 3-tier cake with a suede effect, with a big rose, with a big copper heart, loads and loads of detail, things that you really need to learn in class. So do make sure you get booked on that one. It's a 2-day class. And then Emily is coming with other techniques, but I'll let Emily tell you all about that as well. We've also got Georgie Archibald in at the end of March. Godbold, Archibald. George, I was testing you, Laura. Just making sure you were awake.
Just making them related.
The fact that we've been in work all day, we're here on the night shift, just making sure that you know. Yes, so we've also got Georgie Godbold in at the end of March. She's doing a 3-day class. I've got a February class, a March class. We've got Michael Lewis Anderson in on the 22nd of February. So the classes are packed. And then last Monday, Zoe Fancy Cake, Zoe Hopkinson, has confirmed that she's going to be in on the 13th and 14th of June to do her class. And somehow, those people who were watching last week, I managed to miss Michelle bringing the bride and groom around. So, do you want to grab it for me, Laura? Should we go through this experience again while I'm here? So,
Now keep your eyes open, Harold.
the live last week, I do not know what happened, and I'm still laughing with the girls about it. I think I had a total blank out or something somewhere. I know I was reading my phone. I was looking for Laura, who should have been here tonight, and but I didn't think I took that long, that I actually missed a whole big section. So,
Here, you pass me those ones.
yeah. So Zoe Fancy Cakes will be here doing the bride and groom class. Now this class is fantastic. You learn to make 2 figures and you can adapt it. So once you know how to make the male, you can put different clothes on him. You know, you could put shorts and a t-shirt on him. The bride, you could make her a big fluffy dress if you wanted to make her into a princess. You can choose your own colours. So, you know, if you want a blonde bride, a brunette. The lady who did this last year, she had pink hair, so she wanted a pink bride. So, I mean, it's just fantastic.
Amazing.
And then we're doing a basic characters class. She comes over to you, Zoe, as well, doesn't she?
We've had her come for years and always.
Well, this will be
everyone
her 3rd year with us, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
So the bride and groom class, so 13th and 14th. I think the 13th will be the bride and groom, the Saturday, and the 14th will be the basic characters. Now, when she was here last year, you make 3 characters, okay? So you make 1 sitting down character, a standing character. Oh, we must make 2 standing characters then, or maybe 2 sitting down. I don't know what the choice is, but the theme is always different. And when you come into the class, you don't all walk away with the same thing, because Zoe's great. She lets you choose your own colours, take your own take on it. She just shows you to give you the confidence to make your own thing. Yeah, technique, that's the right
You did
word.
that class, didn't you, Michelle?
Amazing.
Yeah, and I've been trying to get on this class. This will be the 3rd year now I want to be on this class.
Get on it, it's good.
Yeah, because this is the class I want to do. And then the year before, she actually did the Halloween ones. So look at those.
That's so cute.
There's one missing. There he is. There's a ghosty over there on the end next to the pussycat. So they're fantastic. So, you know, all the classes that we've got in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. So there's the 3rd one here. So, you know, all the classes here in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, they're really great people who are coming along. So do get booked on. You don't have to pay for the class in full. You can actually ring the office, you can pay a deposit, and then as long as you pay the balance 2 weeks before, that's absolutely fine. Now, some people phone every week and pay a little bit every week. Some people pay it in full, but you know, we're giving you opportunities here to get on these classes and get booked in. And a lot of people, for the Zoe one, they'll book both days. Same with Georgie Godbold. I think a lot of people have booked on all 3 days, haven't we? And when you come into the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, it is great fun. It's lovely to be in here, isn't it? You girls like coming here all the time, don't you?
Yeah, we're always here.
Can't keep them away. And just to let you know, Michelle's experience was much better today. She didn't have to die for you. So last week, I had to give her some calms to get home. So last week, we had, what was it called? Hurricane?
Brendan.
Is it a hurricane or storm? Brendan? Storm, not hurricane.
Not quite a hurricane.
You would have flown if it was a hurricane.
So, I always get it muddled up. Anyhow, Storm Brendan. So they had a little bit of a choppy ride on the aeroplane, and I had no sympathy. I just went, well, the sun's shining here. What's wrong with you girls? Get here. But anyhow, they got here. They were a little bit windswept, a little bit, whoo. But the passenger next to Emily had no concerns whatsoever. He actually fell asleep on Emily's shoulder and she didn't even know him. Did you say anything to him?
No.
You just leave him there?
I was sitting there, my eyes closed and my ears covered, like, just focusing on not dying.
And that's all we could get out of the show when she arrived. I nearly died today. I'm here. But anyhow, your journey was much better today.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to walk home the next day either, did you?
No.
No swimming.
That was over. She was walking, swimming, or getting the boat, but either way, she was not getting on a plane. But we got her on, so there you go. Anyhow, I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to let Laura do her spiel. We're just going to sort out here while Laura tells you what's going on. And the other thing is, don't forget to like and share. Okay, so make sure you like and share this live. We'll do the draw later on for last week's live when the girls was here. You picked last week, didn't you? So you can choose the winner this week. So we'll do that draw later on, but make sure you like and share. The likes and shares are really important for Sugar and Crumbs. And also ask your friends to join our community group. We've got a fabulous community group with 25,000 members. We're just short of 25,000 members. You know, it's a really nice, positive, active group. There's a couple of rules. No selling. Okay? I don't want the group to be filled up with advertisers, sellers, people who are contributing to the group only by selling but nothing else. Okay, they're not contributing techniques, they're not contributing support, they're not contributing nothing. All they're contributing is selling, so they're not allowed on there. So don't encourage sellers, but as long as you're on there and you're showing them your cake and what models you made and your colourings and stuff like that, that would be great. And the only people who can advertise on there is the Sugar and Crumbs company, which is me.
Makes sense. Yes.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's fair enough. Do you think that's fair
Absolutely.
enough? Great. Right, I'm going to get out of the way. Should we get rid of these?
Yeah.
Well, I try and remember we did do this bit, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah. So just while the girls are getting ready set up, we just want to say hi to everyone that's joined us this evening. It's a great audience already, really building up over 200 already. We know it takes a few minutes for everyone to join us. So we've also got to say hi to the YouTubers as well.
Oh, yes.
So we just don't want to forget that you're on YouTube. We're streaming live on there. And the video also streams live on our website. So if you're interested in purchasing any of the products this evening, Carol's in a little dance as she goes fast. If you're interested in purchasing any of the products you see this evening, head over to sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. You can either shop by brand, and you can use the search bar at the top of the page, or you can go to the Facebook Live must-have section. And Maria's kindly popped everything into one section for you so you can shop easier. If you can't stay with us for the whole live, or you miss anything at all, you can catch up when we're finished. So the Facebook Live will be pinned to the top of our Facebook page, and you can watch it back at any point. It also gets transferred over to YouTube as well, so you can watch it back along with all of our previous
we wonder
lives.
where our guests are.
Yeah, we
I'll just come and
don't
stand
worry,
here
we've
then.
not frozen. We are still here. We went from having all of you to none of you then.
We're just waiting for them to get back. They're just melting butter. Sorry.
So like Carol said before, if you like and share our Facebook Live, we put you in a prize draw to win a Sugar and Crumbs £25 gift voucher. You can spend it at any time on the website, and just pop the voucher code in at the checkout point where it says promotional codes, and it will take £25 off the total cart price. So it's a nice treat.
I can tell you, we do 2 lives a week as well. So not all of you know that. We've been doing lives now for 3 years on a Monday, which is fantastic. You know, I'm after that Learning Experience Award. I might get it this year. You never know. Keep voting for us. So anyhow, so every Monday we do a free learning experience. And you know, it doesn't matter whether it's a tutor coming into our kitchen or if it's myself. As you know, I'm not a professional baker or a professional cake decorating. The hints and tips I've picked up are picked up from our lives or little bits of classes that I've been on, and then I just want to share those with you. So on Thursdays, you know, I come in with John in the kitchen, and last Thursday we did the cheesecakes, which were brilliant, weren't they? They were absolutely lovely and they tasted so yummy. This Thursday we've got Karen from the office coming in. So Karen is going to make a sponge cake and she's going to decorate it. She's not going to make the sponge cake here, she's just going to show you how she's going to put it together, and then she's going to decorate it, and she's going to do some chocolate dripped strawberries. She's going to use an edible image, so that will be a great night as well. And the following Monday, I'm not sure who's in. I'll have to have a look, but you're going to be seeing a lot of me because we want to be showing you a lot about our sugars. So people who don't know what Sugar and Crumbs is, Sugar and Crumbs is flavoured icing sugar. It's a product that we developed 7 years ago. When we've got all the flavours on sale, there's 56 flavours, but we do take some off for seasons. Top selling flavours are salted caramel, white chocolate and raspberry, lemon drizzle, velvet vanilla. What we do is we show you how to incorporate these into your bakes. Exchange them for sugar in your cake mix. It makes a lighter, softer sponge. Use them to make macarons, make pavlovas, kisses, cheesecakes. So I'm just trying to show you lots of different ways of using the sugars and flavouring them as well. The good thing is each and every bag is consistent in flavour. So, you know, when you buy a liquid flavouring, I've got a bit of a dodgy hand, so, you know, if you put the teaspoon in, you put it in, taste it, it may not be strong enough. You put another teaspoon in, it's too much, you've just ruined your mix. Also, I don't like the crystallization around the top of the bottle, but some of you love them. Again, it's personal choice. But the thing about this, it's handy. So in the middle of the night, when you feel like baking, as us bakers do, just go to your cupboard. Out comes the strawberry milkshake. Out comes the raspberry ripple. All natural in flavouring. They're nut-free, they're gluten-free, they're all white in colour unless it says chocolate. If it says white chocolate, then obviously it's white. And you can use them for all sorts of things. What else was I going to tell you? Let's just go over the cakes, what the girls made last week. They're here now, they're ready, but let's just show you these. So we've still got them because I never gave them away. So I just thought I'd give you a close-up. So this will go into work tomorrow, I promise. So these have been in the fridge for over a week now, which is great for us to show that they can go in the fridge. How long would you say we could keep them in the fridge?
I'd say, depending on your sponge, I think it's 7 days.
Yeah. Well, the sponges that we used were Sweet Success anyhow, so their sponges last for 6 weeks, so which is great. So your normal sponges won't last that long, but when you buy in sponge, which I did on this one, it was the Sweet Success, they have got a lifetime of 6 weeks. So this is the one that Michelle did, and isn't it fantastic? So absolutely lovely, and we're going to use that one tomorrow. Take some pictures and chop it up and show you. And then this is the one that got me. This one is where it was magic. Do you know, I got into bed last Monday night and I didn't watch the live, but I read some of the comments. Well, I just had to burst out laughing. And the thing is, what you didn't see was Laura's face was a picture when she saw me go, wow, look at that cream just wipe off there. Because I genuinely thought that Emily had just wiped the cream off without smudging it. I had no idea there was acetate on there at all. And Laura's face was a complete picture. I think she just thought I'd lost the plot for a moment. And I thought she'd lost the plot because I was wondering what's wrong with her. And then when Emily cut it and it was a sharp edge, I was even more fascinated. I thought, what an amazing cake artist you are.
Totally magical.
Just a little knife, straight. Anyhow, so those people who didn't watch that maybe should go back and watch that because it was just fun. But anyhow, but I just wanted to show you that these have been in the fridge for a week and how good they are, and we're going to be chopping them up this week and using them. So are you two ready now?
Yeah.
And we're going to show, so you've done, that's it. They've been making loads of different colours. So they're going to show you how to make the black, and we're going to get on.
Yes.
Oh, how's our audience growing, Laura?
Fantastic, really good audience again. Loads of people, really nice, welcoming you back, and really happy that you're back in the kitchen.
Thank you. So we finally have the black cake cream to show you, which we didn't have last week. So we're excited to show you this. So it's a super rich dark black. So I don't know if any of you've ever tried at home to make a black using gel paste into your normal buttercream, and it's really hard. You have to add in like the whole big tub of black, and sometimes it's still not even black. So this will hopefully get rid of that problem for you altogether. So very excited to show you that. And we do also have another range of colours as well. Anyone who doesn't know what cake cream is, if you're new to it, it's a Swiss meringue buttercream mix. So it takes all the work out of making Swiss meringue buttercream. If you've maybe seen videos or made it yourself, you know that it takes a lot of time. You have to separate your egg yolks from your whites. You have to heat it up to a certain temperature, and then you have to whip that up, let it cool, and then add your butter. So this gets rid of all that. It's a dry mix, so all you have to do is add water and butter, and it takes max 7 to 8 minutes to make, so it's really, really quick. So I'm going to show you how to make up the black now. And we have a couple of different size bags. We have a 200-gram size bag, and that's this size, and then we have an 800-gram bag just in the white at the moment. Some of the colours here, I don't think we have the full range, but if you just pop onto the website on Sugar and Crumbs, you can see the full range there. And then we have a red open packet there. That's the red. And we've made up a big bowl of the red as well, so it's a really nice vibrant
The red is stunning, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I
To be
absolutely
fair,
love it.
all the colours are stunning anyway. I will say they are absolutely stunning. And they look vibrant on the camera, and they are as vibrant on the camera. As vibrant as they are on the camera, they are in real life, aren't they? Which is good.
Yeah, so I can't wait to kind of jump in and get loads of different colours as well, because there's so many different ideas. This is the frozen ice, so it's like a dark blue, kind of like a superhero blue, I would call it. And then the bubble pink is just a hot pink, so nice deep colours. And then we do a pale pink, pink lace it's called, and then a pool party, which we're also going to be using today, which is like a paler blue. And I think that's it. The whisper white then is just without any colour, so it's your typical buttercream colour. It's just got that slight bit of yellowy tinge to it. We are going to work on making a white buttercream. That's the ultimate goal, but we'll see how we get on. So yeah, I'm going to make the black cake cream. All you need is 125 mils of warm water, and then I have a half block, so I think it's 227 grams of softened butter. So I'm just going to show you. Do we have a palette knife there handy? The consistency your butter needs to be is important. It's not just room temperature, you need it to be nice and soft so you can easily kind of poke it. So I recommend, I just take my butter straight out of the fridge and I put it into the microwave on defrost. And that's the best way to get it to this consistency.
And what if there's any liquid in it? Does that matter?
See, I have a tiny bit of liquid there. That's fine. Even if there's a little bit of liquid in the bowl, that's all right. If it's like gone full liquid, then no, that's going to be too warm. But there are ways of fixing that as well. So I'll talk you through all that as well. And then with the water, the temperature is important as well. You don't want hot water. You just want warm, kind of, I suppose, like for a baby.
Yeah.
Kind of warm. This is actually cooled down a bit while we were setting up, so Michelle's just going to get some warm.
That's the thing with the winter months, it's cool in this kitchen, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
he's going to open this up and show you colour.
now the technique that you've showed us before, you've added the water and then the butter.
Yes.
So last week I can't remember, did you put it as an all-in-one last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not last
Did
week.
you?
I did it the normal way because
Yeah.
the temperatures I'm still not 100% on.
So should we carry on doing it the old way?
Yeah,
then?
yeah. So once I have that technique down, I'm going to show you, but it's going to make it even quicker. Like it takes about 3 minutes to make. My hands are greasy. Are your hands greasy?
I just used the scissors.
I did. Can't open the Ziploc. But so you literally just bung all the ingredients in together with that technique. So I'm very excited to show you. So you'll see when I add this in now, it looks like it's not any colour in it. And then
it looks white, but just an off-white, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's got like a tinge to it. And then
Oh, look at that.
the colour. So
It's amazing once you add the water, just how quickly the colour comes through, doesn't it?
yeah. So just add the water and just start your mixer on slow so the sugar doesn't go everywhere. And then you can just gradually build up the speed. If you have one of those guards, you can just whack it all the way up. But we don't have that, so I don't want to ruin Carol's kitchen.
No, Maria doesn't want to be covered in it again. I see, Maria, you've got your
Apron on again.
She's learned.
I think I'm going to wear it every time.
It's a good idea. So you see the colour straight away once you add the water, it just completely changes. So I have this on high heat now, or high mix, high speed. And we want to whisk that up until it doubles in volume and you get nice stiff peaks, kind of like a meringue. And then we're going to add in our butter. So you You can see like it's proper jet black. Yeah. Amazing.
And another thing is, normally when you're colouring black, it gives a tiny taste of
Yeah,
it.
there's no weird taste off this. Yeah, really good point. So everybody's cakes are going to be black from now on, I hope. So this will probably take maybe 3 or 4 minutes depending on the power of your mixer. This particular one isn't the most powerful one, but the great thing about it is it's not as loud, so it's perfect for lives. Like I know my Kenwood at home, I have the titanium one and it's a monster. It'll whip this up in no time. So we'll just wait a minute for this to whip up.
Sorry, we're looking for tools in the cupboard. Sorry.
While we're waiting for that to whip up, I'm actually just going to show you the pillow party colour.
What made you come up with the name Pool Party?
I don't know.
You come up with some good names,
Do I?
Very imaginative over there in Ireland.
I suppose I didn't want to have like a
We all have
traditional.
brain freeze over here.
So this is the pool party colour. So it's just like a lighter kind of blue.
Look how black this is.
It's fantastic.
Looks fantastic, doesn't it?
I love it. So the next one I'm going to do is navy,
Yeah, I think
And then-
navy would be nice.
and then a green.
Yeah.
And you can also you can make this, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can do it with an electric hand whisk, which takes a little bit longer. It doesn't take that much longer. I've done it before and it's grand. So if you don't have the fancy stand mixer, that's fine. No problem. Do not try and do it with a non-electric hand whisk.
Don't do it by hand. I was laughing with somebody last week and they were saying when you remember to make buttercream. Well, I was talking about the live on Thursday when I was making cupcakes, and have any of you made buttercream by hand?
Oh, a long time ago,
I've
but
done
I have.
before,
Yeah.
I did that when I was a very young girl. It was like forever.
It's horrible.
And your arm is broken,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I think by the time you've done it by hand, you just don't want to make
No.
cakes.
even whipping up cream now,
Yeah.
and you just feel like it takes forever to whip cream
Never
up.
ends. We're spoilt.
Yeah.
So when you whip it, it does lighten a little bit, but then when you add the butter, it'll come back darker again. So it is kind of like, I don't know if you can see it on the camera.
Yeah, you can see it's just changed tone slightly.
Yeah. Once you add the butter in, it'll
Go back and check. It's funny how by adding the butter it riches it back up again, isn't
yeah.
it?
Okay, so I think we're good to go now. I'm just going to add my butter in. Okay, now we have to watch it because we're going to think that it's gone wrong, because what happens is it curdles, but that is totally normal. You want that to happen. Anybody who makes this amount of buttercream from scratch will know that this happens, but if you're new to it you might get a bit scared, which is totally understandable.
I think that's why we all get scared here, anyhow, making it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you think of all those egg whites and everything, and then you see it curdle, and then it's like,
I just made scrambled eggs.
Yeah, you just think straight away, that's it, it's going in the bin.
Yeah. No, never bin it. It's always like, even if you make it too cold or too warm, you can always save it.
Yeah.
So if it's too cold, it won't come. It'll just stay in the curdle stage for ages, and it'll look even more curdled. If that makes sense. So it should come together within like 3 minutes max, maybe 4 minutes. Like it's nearly come together now, and I just added the butter. I suppose that's not even 2 minutes. So if it's taking forever to come together, and it won't get past that curdle state, you just need to heat it up a little bit. We got the blowtorch out last week in the live.
I saw you had it out earlier this afternoon as well.
Yes, it's a dangerous
This afternoon, a
blowtorch.
massive big flame shot past us at work. So I'm like, what the hell's that?
So yeah, you can heat up the side of the bowl. Someone actually had a great idea, and they put it in the comments. Use your hairdryer just on the side of your bowl. Even if you had a heat gun as well,
Yeah.
you can rob it from the husband. Or you can put a hot towel around the bowl. You can put it into a microwave safe bowl and pop it into the microwave. That will work as well. So this has come together, so you can just see it there. And so on the other end of it, where you can go wrong is your ingredients, let's say your butter was too warm, then it will just look really liquid and it won't thicken at all. And so what you do then is just take your bowl out, pop it into your fridge or your freezer to cool down, and then re-whip it and it will come together.
And what would you do would you scrape down at any point? Because you've got butter in the bowl here.
Yeah, you can
So would you scrape that
turn
down
it down.
to mix it in?
Once it's made, you can just scrape it down into it.
Yeah.
Or if it's not a lot, you can just mix it through by hand, whichever you prefer. So you can see the colour deepened again. And this will even develop over time. After you've decorated your cake and it's on it, overnight it will deepen even more.
Those glass balls are a pain to get off.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
So people are asking as well,
Yeah.
how much cake would it cover? A 200 gram
A
bag.
200 gram bag will do a standard sort of 6-inch. It'll fill and frost the outside. So yeah, and then we do the 800 gram bag, which is 4 times the size of that. And we're going to bringing out a 400 gram bag as well.
Is that just in the white?
No, is my spatula right in front of me? That is just in the white at the moment, yeah.
So
thank you.
let me ask you, if people have white, can they colour up the white?
Yeah, you can colour up the white with any of your normal gel pastes. But if you want to get the vivid colours, I would recommend buying the pre-coloured, especially for like the blacks and the reds, hot pinks, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could definitely buy like the big bag of white and colour it up 100%. So yeah.
And would you recommend colouring it with powder or with gel colours?
Both will work.
Yeah.
Powders tend to be a bit more stronger.
Grainy.
If you're buying like some of the specialised powders are for colouring, they're great. Or just normal gel paste works fine. Yeah.
Good. Well, I love that black, isn't it?
It's
Great, that.
It's great. Yeah, there's just a few people saying that they saw the live last week, and rightly so. Loads of hints and tips about how to use cake cream for the first time, how much it covers. We showed you the 2 cakes earlier that Emily and Michelle had made, and they're in the background. And just as an example, they were both used the same amount. So they used an 800 gram bag of the Whisper White, and both cakes have been made with that white.
Yes, they were.
And there was still some left in the bowl as well. So the square cake has been completely filled and covered with it, crumb coated, very generously filled. And the stripe
Michelle
cake
was more generous than Emily.
the stripe cake at the back has been filled and was it crumb coated in the white as well?
It was crumb coated and filled.
Crumb coated and filled in the Whisper White. So just as an example, that for the 800 gram bag, that's a massive amount.
When we cut it, we'll show them.
How the inside. We'll pop some pictures on.
So we're using a dummy cake today. Are you using real cake, Michelle?
Yeah.
So we're doing 1 real cake and 1 dummy cake today. The 2 cakes in the background are real cake. So for those who missed the live, but it is real cake. So we'll cut that up maybe tomorrow or something.
Yeah, so I'm just going to make a
Just can't part
Valentine's
with them at
theme.
the moment.
No.
I like looking at
They
them.
are beautiful.
So pretend that I filled my cake and have done a crumb coat. If you want to learn how to do that, I did it in last week's live. So you can go back and catch up on that. And then I'm just going to apply my final layer using the vivid red in a minute.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Keep
Just wait
talking.
for Maria. Do you need this food mixer back? Because I'll take this out of the way.
No, you can move that now. I'm done with that.
Just to give a bit more space.
So I'm going to do a Valentine's theme. I'm going to make a heart with an arrow going through it. So I'm going to cross the outside with a nice red, and I'm going to incorporate black and a few of our other colours as well. So excited to see how this one turns out. And if you want as well, like sometimes your buttercream can start to firm up at your room temperature. If that happens, again, just pop it into the microwave on defrost so you get that right consistency. With everything in cake decorating, the consistency is so important. Your royal icing, your normal buttercream, your sugar paste. It's all about getting the right consistency to work with, and that's where a lot of people find they go wrong with cakes, is the consistency is incorrect of what they're using. And once you get that down, then you're fine. So with the cake cream, just like anything, you want it nice and spreadable. You don't want it to be too firm that it pulls up your crumb. And how you soften it is you just literally heat it either in in the microwave on defrost or in your bowl with a hairdryer, whatever way you can think of doing it.
Ready when you are.
Yeah.
We have to make some camera adjustments just to make sure everyone can see what you're doing.
Okay. So I'm just going to apply a layer.
Aren't you good having to do it that way around for us?
What happens when you have a left-handed person come in here?
No idea.
We change everything round.
We do change.
We always have
We
that.
do change round.
Yeah. So Emily, we are grateful for you to coming back for covering for Laura. We're sorry that Laura Domini couldn't make it tonight. I've already apologised about that, and hopefully she'll be able to come back later on in the year and show you all about her modelling chocolate, which we're looking forward to see. But also a great opportunity to get the girls back here, and especially as they forgot the black, which I'm never going to let them forget for forgetting last week.
It was the courier's fault.
So I'm pleased that they actually agreed to come back. So why
We
you?
come back anytime, Carol.
Yes, I know. Well, we
We
like
like
having you. Should we make it a monthly slot then?
Yeah, may as well. Unless we set the kitchen on fire.
Yeah, no blowtorches.
Yeah. I'm really pleased you use that blowtorch just so that I know it works.
It is a
And
strong blowtorch.
I will be seriously honest with you. I bought that off Amazon, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer. And as per usual, I don't know how many of you shoppers out there, I asked this question last week, who when you buy things off Amazon, you're on an Amazon Prime member, you need it tomorrow. And it's like, the amount of things I've got in my cupboards from years on, I've still never even took the wrapper off. I think we use, Danielle was here last week using the cake tins, the square cake tins, and she had to take the wrapper off, and they've been in the cupboard for years. So we don't need things tomorrow.
No.
We're just silly, all of us.
There's
Usually
pink
not.
though, we don't get that in Ireland.
What, next day?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, Michelle will just show you the pink there if you want. Under. That is the
Beautiful.
pink. Oh, that's the bubble pink.
Yeah.
Do you wanna, have you got it right
Yeah,
on the camera?
it's fine.
Yeah,
See
you
that?
got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So vivid.
The colours are just so vibrant.
Do you have a flower nail?
Yes, in the cupboard under there where all the nozzles are. It'll be in a box under there somewhere. If you'll see the big Queen of Heart ones with a holder in. There should be a tub there with a holder and a Queen of Hearts nail. Don't let me have to crawl along there, Michelle. Please find it.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, good. I die when people start looking things like, oh God, I've got to crawl on the floor and start looking for stuff. Yeah, use a holder as well because it's handy.
Is that a holder?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Just if you need to pop it down and pick your bag up or something.
I'll do that too.
So I'll just put a bit on the top as well.
This is such a great colour for Valentine's Day cakes, isn't it? But even, I mean, everybody loves red cakes though, don't they?
Yeah.
If our Jasmine was here now, she'd be going mad Jasmine. Jasmine's her favourite colour. It'd probably never get on the cake.
So I'm using the Sugar Sister Super Scraper. It's my favourite one to use. I know I'm biased, but
And it's
genuinely
brilliant.
it is awesome.
Yeah, no, it is. It's very good.
So it's nice and tall, so you see this nice tall cake, it works, and then it has a nice ruler on the back. And I think you have these on the website, don't
We
you?
do, yeah. We do.
So I'm just going to go around and just smooth out the buttercream on it.
I'm not in the way you're filming them, Maria.
Abby.
Right, get out of the way. Sorry. Take the
Are
Sprite
you
with
camera
me.
shy, Carol?
Pardon?
Are you camera shy?
She just don't want a big lime blob in the middle of you filming me.
So I go around once just to kind of smooth it, and we can see where it needs to be filled in then. And then all I have to do is just kind of smooth this up.
Yeah.
Just fill in the gaps. So just go back over any little gaps that you see, just pop a little bit more on. I love working with buttercream.
I tell you, I thought I made a lot of buttercream, but you girls make a lot, don't you?
Yeah. I do a buttercream class, like a fill and frost and make flowers for the top, and you should see all the buttercream you have to make for it. And before it was like Swiss meringue buttercream we'd make from scratch,
Oh my god, I remember those classes.
and it would take like a couple of days to get it all done. But now you can literally get it done in like 2 hours with the cake cream. It's insane.
What we were saying last week, for anyone who's watching, if you're a member of the community page, make sure you share your makes and creations with us. So I said this last week, we get a great response on the community page, and it is really fantastic. So if you're not a member of it, head over to Facebook. It's called Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake Community. It's there for all your hints and tips, just to share ideas, ask for recipes, ask for advice. It's really friendly. All we ask is you keep it polite and you mind your manners. You know, not everybody's at the same level that you might be, and everyone's got to start somewhere, so that's all we say. You're welcome to join if you've got a business, a small business, a professional cake business, that's absolutely fine. If you just enjoy baking for family and friends, there really are no rules and regulations about how experienced you need to be. We just hope you enjoy it, and you know, take pleasure from other people's ideas and creations. And we were saying, you know, Emily and Michelle have been here a few times now, showing you loads of different hints and techniques, and we love to see your interpretation of it. So share us your pictures, tag the girls in, and they love to see your creations as well. It's really nice to get that feedback, isn't it?
Definitely.
Talking about sharing, can I ask you to all do something really nice for us, please? We've been doing these lives for 3 years, and so many of you have learned things. But I do notice that when you share, you don't always mention that we showed you. So I saw a comment yesterday, and it just said, I caught the back end of the live. Well, other people don't know which live you're talking about, so it'd just be really good if you said Sugar and Crumbs live, or you tagged in Carol at Sugar and Crumbs, or Emily Coyle at Sugar and Crumbs, as long as you tag in the person with Sugar and Crumbs. And what that means is we get a notification, and it means that I can go and get the little YouTube link and I can add it so that people can see what you're talking about. And also it's nice that we get the credit for it as well, because you know, you've got to remember lots of people don't all watch the live, so as much as we get hundreds of you watching on the night, and by the end of the night there's so many views. In fact, I think last night, by the Thursday night, no, when was you here last Monday? By the end of the night, we'd have 13,000 views, hadn't we? Yeah. I think we'd reached up to 454 people watching all the way through. And then I think by the end of the night, there was 13,000 views. I can't remember what the reach was. But it's so nice if you can just tag us in. And it makes us feel appreciative. You know, we are working hard here to show you. And, you know,
risking our lives, flying.
I was amazed. I was amazed you did get Michelle on the plane again, though. I don't know how you did it, but I was amazed.
She's a trooper.
So if you could do that for us, you know, and if you see somebody say something, you know, and you see a comment, if you could tag our live in, or, you know, ask that person if they could just tag us in. And also it gives me my credit as well, you know, of what I'm doing for the community, because so many of you thank me for helping out the cake community. But it would be really nice if you shared it with everybody else. So I hope you don't mind me asking you to do that.
No, I think it's a lovely idea. I think it's really nice.
Yeah, it's just that I see things being made, and people refer to live, and
as a live, but not necessarily.
And me, if I was a newbie, I'd be thinking, what live? Because it doesn't even say Facebook Live, it just says I saw a live, or, you know, so, you know, give us the credit. We work hard for you. Just give us that bit of credit back. That would be most welcomed.
Yes.
And if you've wrote any posts, get back and re-edit them and tag us in. And talking about that, on our new website as well, you can write reviews about products. So please write reviews about products. I do mean to ask you every week, really, and I do forget about it. We need to put that on our little spiel list. Add that to your spiel, Laura.
I will.
So if you can write reviews about products, because, you know, it's really good about, especially the edible products, you know, it's really good to get feedback back. You know, Sugar and Crumbs, it's great if you can say about the flavours, what you like about them, what you made. You don't have to write a whole essay, but, you know, give us 5 stars and we'll be happy.
But it's also like the cake cream, because whilst we launched it, you know, quite a few months ago, it's still a new product to the market. So there are a lot of our customers who don't know what the cake cream is, who may have bought it but not used it, for example. So it's really helpful for our customers on the website just to get a little bit of guidance from people who have bought it, who have used it and have got experience of it. So it's really nice, and it always makes you feel a little bit more trustworthy of the product if there is reviews there.
That's it, yeah.
You know, it makes a massive difference for me, for example, when I'm shopping, if it's a new product I haven't used before, or if it's a new tool, for example. You know, just to get a little bit of actual customer feedback is really, really good.
I have to say, Emily, you have got that on lovely and smooth.
Incredible.
I am so jealous of that. You haven't got that acetate on, kidding me again. That is so lovely. I wish I could do that, don't you?
I'll teach you one day, Carol.
You're not going home and teaching me today, I tell you. That's
Fine. Okay,
So,
I've just done that now, so I'm going to pop that into the fridge to set. Once the cake cream is in the fridge, it sets firm. So even if you want to cover it in sugar paste, you can do that. So it's really great. So I'm going to pop it in, and then Michelle's going to take over.
no, you're going to tell them about this amazing class because we've got little
yes.
pop-up pictures
Yes.
go up. Yeah?
Okay.
So you get that in the fridge and then tell them about this
Oh, I
amazing
forgot
class.
it wasn't real cake.
Yeah. So I'm going to get Emily to tell you about this cake that she's going to make. Now, when she comes over, we've crammed the class into an all-day class. So it is a long class, but the cake is amazing. So as I said before, we've got some amazing cake artists coming into the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. I've also got a new lady who's doing classes with us, so we can't launch and tell you about it yet, but there's going to be a lot more classes going on here with other cake people. So our diary is filling up, but I'm just waiting for our lady to get together who's sorting all the classes out. They're not being sorted out by me.
Ready when you are?
Okay. Is the picture up on the screen?
It is.
Okay.
Does
Where is
what?
it?
On
It's
this side.
It's over here.
Yes!
Did I get it right?
It's quite tall.
I wondered what you were doing then. Ah, the pop-up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what are you doing? I think I was doing some sort of dance. Go take the picture away so you can see what she was doing. So this is what I can see.
And this is what you can see.
I thought, what are you doing?
So I'm on the ball today, Carol.
Did you get it, Maria, what she was doing? It's just me, isn't it? I think I need to have a few more lie downs. So definitely an age thing, isn't it? Right, go on.
So yeah, I'm really excited about this class. I actually
I am. I'm going to come on it.
Are you going to do it?
I'm not going to do the whole class. No, I'm just going to
Gonna
watch
do
you.
bits of it. Yeah.
I'm going to be
No
your
pressure.
assistant.
That's fine. So this cake was originally made for a magazine for my sister's company, Sweet Stamp. So as you can see, obviously it's got Hello Art written on it, and that was done in Sweet Stamp, so it was done to promote Sweet Stamp. And then when you pay for an ad in a magazine, they then choose out of all the people in the magazine which cake gets the front cover, so you don't pay for that. And I was thrilled and overjoyed they actually picked my cake to go on the front cover, so that was huge for me.
And it gets better than that.
Yeah, it gets better, like I couldn't believe it. So then just last year they shortlisted it. I think I was one of the finalists for the best cover of the year. That's the Cake Masters Award. And then we were in Cake Masters in November and I won the award. I couldn't believe
It's
it.
fantastic, wasn't it? Yeah.
There were some amazing cake artists who were up against me, and I was like, "There's not a hope in hell. I am going to win this at all." And then they just announced it, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I've won.
So I went up and I brought my sister with me, and I gave like the most cringe-worthy speech ever. But yeah, so I absolutely love this design, and a lot of people were asking me to do a class, so obviously I just said I have to do a class in it. So there's loads of techniques in it. The bottom tier, you learn how to do a floral print wrap, how to put that onto your cake and fool people into thinking that you hand painted it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
And then you learn how to do the Sweet Stamp calligraphy on the middle tier. You learn how to cover a cake, how to get sharp edges. Then on the top tier, you learn how to luster a cake to get that lovely gold finish, streak-free, which is what everyone wants. And then we'll also do the floral hoop as well. So you'll learn loads of flowers. There's anemone flowers. I never know if I'm saying that right. They're actually one of my favourite flowers. So they're lovely. They have the little black centre in them, and they've got the white petals. And then we do berries, twigs, rose leaves, eucalyptus leaves as well. So it's really, really jam-packed. So I'll show you how to wire them onto the hoop and how to attach it as well. So it's a really jam-packed class. It is a long day, but we figured do one long day rather than having to spend more money for 2 kind of days as well. So we did it in one long day. So it's full on, but you're going to go away at the end of the day with loads of techniques. And I've ran that class back in Ireland already once, and everybody loved it. Their cakes turned out fantastic.
Well, I will say, you did bring the cake here with Amy last February.
Yes.
And it's amazing, and I've seen it on its journey all over the UK at the cake
it's well
shows.
battered now.
And it's well and truly battered. But you have a new one, and
Yeah.
we've released the video this week, didn't we? Because
See-
So she forgot the cake, and as it happens, it's just as well she forgot the cake because she since found out she wouldn't have got it on the plane. It's too tall. So what Emily did for us when she went home last week, she took some videos of it, and then Maria, you'll have seen it posted this week. Maria was doing little posts of the videos, and it's just a little 1-minute video you've done, isn't it, Emily?
Yeah,
just to
chat
show you
about
around
it,
the cake.
I do a little video of the cake and show you.
So you see it, and it'll probably be too late after this live, but we'll pop it up again in the morning. Yeah?
Yep, sounds good.
Perfect.
So I'm going to let Michelle take over. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
And what's Michelle making?
What are you making, Michelle?
I'm just going to make a small, quick, simple cake for Valentine's Day. So it's with the cut-offs that we kept in the freezer. You kept it in the freezer from last week from the square cake. So I'm going to do love. So I'm going to do the L with the cut-offs, and then I'm going to do 3 small cupcakes with the sugar and crumbs sweet stamp, and then decorate it with sugar paste macarons and piped flowers, and it's just going to be quick and easy.
Yeah, and it's quite a good idea that you thought of that, because basically I gave Michelle a 10-inch square cake last week, and she said that's too much, so she cut it out so that it was it a 6-inch that you've cut there?
Yeah, around that,
And then the offcut, when she cut it out, left this at L, and she thought it was such a shame to throw it away, waste it, I'll use
Such
it.
a perfect
So,
L.
and she was going to actually do it last week, and it just shows how things turn out, really, because the things, when you think you've got 2 hours doing a live, you think you can do so much, and then you can't. So then when they decided to come back, I went, oh great, get the cake
Get
out
the
the freezer.
No.
You could
It was
actually,
though it was waiting for you.
you could have done a hen party version as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
learning cake. Or
Oh,
somebody
great.
doing driving tests.
Yes.
Yeah. Now this one kind of broke when I was taking the parchment off.
We don't care. Stick it together, it'll be
It's
fine.
gonna get broken.
I
in my
watch
belly
that
anyway.
Extreme Cake Makers, you know, and don't they slap cake together? Don't they? I
you're
watch
looking
it
at
and
it
I
like-
think,
Yeah.
and I think that we're all so gentle about cake and the layers have got to be perfect and everything. Then you watch Extreme Cake Makers and it's like shove a bit in there and bung that up there and
Because it all gets covered at the end of the day.
yeah, exactly.
It all gets mixed in your belly
And
together
gets
anyway.
Yeah. I like that. It all gets mixed in your belly.
Yeah. So I am going to just grab this.
So have we already said what goes on in the kitchen stays in the kitchen?
Yeah, so if we have got anyone that's new watching this evening, if you've not seen any of our previous Facebook Lives, we do 2 tutorials a week. So we do a Monday evening and a Thursday evening. And anyone that comes into the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen is the same mantra. What happens in the kitchen stays in the kitchen. So anything that you do see that's fresh, that's made, is only for our consumption. So it's not going to the general public. It's not being sold or given away or passed on to anybody other than the people who are happy to eat it. So it's rare that it gets out of the Sugar and Crumbs premises, because if we've not already eaten it here, it goes to the office and to the warehouse.
The doggy walker, the hairdressers
Yeah.
get it. To be fair, all our friends who know us, like us and trust us are more
Yeah.
than happy to eat it. And in fairness, the regular audience, the amount of the regular audience are so good.
Yeah.
So just send it my way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Karen Naylor was trying to get in last
I
week.
know,
for that
I
cake,
know.
wasn't she?
Yeah.
So this is
It's a two. It's the. Is it the 2A or 2B? Round.
it's a round even also.
Yeah, we do it as a set of 3. With it, you get a 1M, a 2D,
Out of the way.
and a yeah.
Okay.
1M and 2D. Yeah. She's got to do it that way to do that
I know.
curl.
So I'll do it from
So
backwards.
I'm just literally blobs. And you could do these all different colours, but because Valentine's Day is soon, I'm just going to use red.
There was 3 layers of cake there, Michelle. So what's happened to the third one?
Well, I can use the third one if you
Ah.
want. Yeah, we can make it as tall as you
we're
want.
going to go high. Listen.
But I'm used
Because
to
otherwise,
running
what I'm
out
going
of
to do is
time.
single L on its own.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, I'll get
It won't take long to put it together.
No.
Because
Okay,
you
so
can
I'm
hear
just,
it's mixing, isn't it?
I'm just going to bring this over to cut the other L this shape. Sorry.
And there's no parchment paper on under there, is there? Just to be sure.
I know, we had a few
No, I
comments.
took it off.
We had a few comments. People were really concerned when Emily was putting a cake together last week.
Oh yeah.
So there was parchment on the bottom, but we promise you there wasn't.
And to be fair, I missed that bit as well. I didn't even see her flip it. But I heard all that. I saw all the comments going on that there was parchment on there. But
There
Laura
definitely
does watch
wasn't.
all the cameras, and in fairness to Laura, she has to watch all the cameras. She has to follow everything, so she would know if it came off. So she assures us it definitely came off.
So there's a big hole there, but that's okay.
Don't worry, don't worry, don't
I
worry.
wonder.
Do you know what this reassures people? When they do it to theirs, they don't need to worry.
No.
It's gonna be very tall.
Yeah.
We want it tall. Yep.
Okay. If it towers over.
Because it's tall and thin, like myself.
Don't worry.
You're laughing at.
So we've got a fantastic audience watching again. And you know what? I'm really pleased with the audience because we always have such a fantastic audience, don't we? So, you know, it's so good that everybody comes and watches us for 2 hours. And what do you all think about John on Thursdays then?
People love having John back in the
You
kitchen.
keep telling me off for bullying him. Oh, leave him alone. Stop bringing out the sympathy for him. Have you seen it, Maria? Have you not seen the comments? We all feel sorry for him. Could you imagine if Laura forgot to change the camera angles? I wonder if they felt as sorry.
So tall.
Sorry.
What's
really
favourite
tall.
What colours?
Whatever colours we have made, I'll just.
Stick them into whichever.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Maria's wondering what the hell we're talking about here, and I'm wondering what she's talking about. When John does lives on Thursdays,
No, yes.
did you think he was doing it now? Are you having a moment?
I'm here. Don't worry.
No,
Let's move on. Don't worry, Maria.
I'm
It's
talking
okay.
about. Sorry, we're just having to bring Maria up to speed for a moment. Yeah, so when we do the lives on Thursdays, John is back on the camera, and that's because we've got the girls here on a Monday, and we actually don't film any of the lives on a Thursday, so we don't make any 1-minute videos on a Thursday because it's just back to basics. But it does make me laugh how John can't multitask. And he gets away with it, doesn't he? They all feel sorry for him.
Look at this black.
So, yeah.
So
And
you're
yeah,
switching to black now.
Well, I'm just going to get all random.
Oh, right, okay.
Random colours.
Yeah.
Different tips. So we have.
Right. And I've now realised what Maria was worried about. She thought that Karen was in, but Karen's actually making a cake, Maria. She's not filming.
Yes, I know.
So John's filming, but Karen's decorating the cake on Thursday. I'm having a day off. I think I might leave John and Karen in the kitchen. Wouldn't that be funny?
I don't think Karen would be
That's
too
quite
impressed.
risky.
I think, well, John always buzzes off to watch sports. I think I'll go off and watch Coronation Street and leave John and Karen in the kitchen.
Poor Karen.
No, she'll have a meltdown. Yeah, so Thursdays is back to basics, baking with the sugars, and Karen will be in the kitchen. She is actually going to make a Valentine's cake, and she's going to use one of the edible prints. I showed it you a few weeks ago. She printed one off with her and her husband, and she's going to do chocolate dipped strawberries for you.
You could actually use your nifty nozzles on this, Karen.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen. Now I'm calling you
Now
Karen.
you're saying Karen.
Yeah.
In fairness, I've done a whole list of things because we were going back to basics this year. I've done a whole list, and I've done a whole list of things that I want to do on the lives because there's lots of things I haven't made. So that you know what's coming up on future Thursdays lives, we're going to make friands, we're going to make red velvet cakes. We're going to make a carrot cake. I've never made a red velvet cake in my life.
Sounds so
We're going to
good.
make carrot cakes. I thought that, see what Michelle's doing here? Well, we've got stencils to cut out the cake,
Yes.
so I was going to make bigger ones because they're the big 12-inch
You
ones.
do the numbers as well.
Yes,
The numbers
well
would be
done.
good.
So, and I thought that we'll use the Russian piping tips on them. I thought that we'd make an apple crumble one week, just a simple apple crumble, but using the icing sugar in the crumble. And using the icing sugar in the actual apple. And what was you saying?
I could do that on mine as a number
Which
if
one?
you want, like
The
Michelle.
number. All right, fantastic. So Laura has to do a stint every 4 to 6 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks, 8 to 12.
Listen, it's took me nearly 3 years to get her in here on a regular basis. So Karen's up first this Thursday, and then in a few weeks we'll get Laura up, and then Maria's going to come up and do a few things. So we've got loads of things that we're pulling recipes together that we thought we'd give a go in the kitchen for you as well.
Okay.
Something has crossed my mind, and a lady did ask me would I consider doing it, and I show you that I do a bit of baking with the kids on a Saturday. So I've got grandchildren from the age of 1.5 right the way through to 17, and on a Saturday I do go and bake with some of the younger ones. So I was wondering whether maybe once a month I do a little baking session on a Saturday.
That's a nice idea.
So where you could join us with the kids, and if I get the recipe out, I'll post the recipe, and you can have all the ingredients ready yourself and bake with me on the live. Yeah, like a bake along.
Yeah.
So let me know what you think about that idea. I'm not doing it weeklies on Saturdays because John will have to film, and believe me, and it all goes wrong when you're baking with the kids. He's doing a rose there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Quick one.
So let me know your feedback whether you'd like to do a bake along with the grandkids. And yeah, if you haven't got a kid, go and borrow a kid. I'm sure there's plenty. There'll be plenty.
Borrow a kid.
Well, there'll be plenty of parents out there. Of course, you can borrow mine. Take
You
him.
can have mine. Yeah. I'm just going to pop this in the freezer.
So I was thinking about that. What do you think about that, Laura?
That's a nice idea.
I haven't passed it by John yet. What do you think
Sure,
John will say?
it'll be fine. I'm sure he'll love the idea of a kitchen full of kids and streaming it at the same time. Nothing could go wrong.
I can just see how Jazzy having a meltdown. The only thing she can think about is buttercream.
Isn't it? Just make sure she's got a bowl in front of her, she'll be happy.
So I was thinking, like, things with the kids. You know, we could do some rainbow colour cake.
Yes.
And, you know, make it bright and visual. We could do some shortbread biscuits with them. I was actually going to make some gingerbread biscuits as well. And we'll look at making some kiddies
Well,
things.
we're coming up to Easter as well, so you could do all sorts of different...
Well, I was thinking we could add the sprinkles to the cake mix.
Yeah.
We'll just do some
Happy
simple
cake.
little things. So I'll pre-make something first so you can see what it's like when I do it on my own.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a session with the kids.
Yeah. This is looking gorgeous, Michelle.
It's looking fantastic.
They're lovely colours, aren't
Yeah, beautiful.
I love all the colours, they're brilliant. And the black is so beautiful, isn't it?
It's so detailed, but actually the simplicity of it is great because it's come together so quickly.
they? Yeah, and it's really quick cake.
Yeah.
So they're just roses that I made earlier, like that one there.
Yeah.
I just stuck them in the freezer for about 10 minutes. Was it about 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to quickly wash my hands because I don't want to get it all over.
Looks really good.
It's
Looks
beautiful.
really good.
So when you freeze it, you can literally lift them
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So handy.
The pin that we've used there is the Queen of Hearts nail pin and holder. It's fantastic. You buy them individually, but they're really handy. You didn't know about the holder, did you? Use the holder?
Yeah,
It's quite easy just to put it down for a minute while you sort of
Yeah.
tighten your bag up and everything, isn't it? So there's the
show
Queen
them
of
the holder?
Hearts.
There's the holder.
There's the holder, and where's the big pin? It's quite a big pin as well.
I like
You
that
just-
though.
Yeah, it's good. It's a big pin, and you can use it as a heating core as well on
Yeah.
your big cakes.
So these are just sugar paste, rolled out flat. I put a bit of cling
Just
film
put them
over.
underneath that camera there.
Down. Ooh, stop. Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Wave around.
So a small bit of cling film over with the smallest size cookie cutter, and it just gives that little rounded edge. So they're like fake macarons. And then
So fake macarons made with
Yeah.
sugar paste.
they're just cake cream.
Now this isn't modelling paste because modelling paste goes really hard. We've made it with sugar paste so that you can actually just eat them. Albeit a lot of sugar.
That's a lot of sugar paste.
Pink and the yellow is
Did you not
so
think you're
nice.
making some small little delicate ones?
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
I didn't realise the cake was going to be so tall.
That's so good though. Like if you're in a rush and
Yeah.
you haven't first of all made macarons or have had time to
No, but
go
isn't
to the
it a
shop.
great way though?
Yeah.
I like that,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah. That's
Take a
great.
bit of red.
Those colours are beautiful put together.
I'm just going to put that rose over a small bit. Stick that in. And
And we're going to use some finishing sparkle on it as well.
Okay.
Make it bling.
then I just made little balls with I
Onto
don't
this
know what
camera.
that
Yeah, you see?
what that tool is with the start.
Oh,
Julian?
yes. So it's one of the modelling. It's in the modelling
Yeah,
tools
what's
kit.
that tool
I
called?
don't know what it's called. I'm
Do you
sure
know
someone will
what-
help.
Yeah.
But we've got
Do you know what
modelling
it's
tools,
made?
and
Do you
it's
know
got
what
like
it's
a cone shape at the end, but it's got like a star
Star.
indentation.
Yeah. Natalie Porter uses them all the time for
Yeah.
her buds and things.
Yeah, so just a couple of little berries.
Oh, that's great, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's fantastic.
And very little like things that you need as well,
Yeah.
like
Nozzles,
Just-
that's it.
sugar paste, nozzles, buttercream.
That's it. Okay.
And you can do as much or as little decoration as you wanted to. So if you didn't feel confident doing the roses, for example,
Yeah.
you could just pop some sprinkles on, get some homemade decorations. You
Yeah.
can buy meringue kisses, for example.
Yeah.
You don't, if you're not that confident in actually making the buttercream flowers, for
You can
example.
buy those tiny little macarons from Iceland.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And they're
you can buy
tiny.
them.
I mean, what are they? A couple of quid, aren't
Yeah,
they? And
yeah.
you get loads, so you only need 4 or 5.
And they're actually
Stop the
lovely.
rest.
Yeah.
They are
They're
nice.
really
Yeah,
nice.
they're really good.
Yeah.
And the good thing about this cake is as well, you don't need to worry about smooth edges because we're not decorating the sides.
Mhm.
Which is
My
brilliant.
kind of cake.
So we've got some cupcakes here.
Yeah, so LOV. Yeah, it's missing one.
We can spell.
Sometimes I can. No. So I'm just going to maybe I'll just flatten that out.
Do we move this out of the way so you can do that?
So I think they like the children's idea, don't
Yes,
they? That
very-
seems to be
very
going really
popular.
well, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I think you're going to be doing that, Carol.
I think John's going to kill me, don't you?
Potentially, yeah.
I think my son and daughter's going to be very happy I take
Oh.
the kids off them.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
So if we do the lives with the children, I will let you know. It'll be once a month. I'll just sort out some dates with their parents. But what I'll do is the week before the live, I'll let you know on the Monday before. And then on the Tuesday morning, we'll post up the recipe so you can get all the ingredients in.
Yeah.
And the tools and everything. Then you can, all you need to do is grab your grandchild, borrow a kid off the neighbours, ask anybody who will lend you a child, and then you can bake along with us.
And the good thing is that even if you can't join in live at the time, the lives always get kept and streamed later on in
That's
the
a good
future.
point,
So even if you want to watch it just to get an idea
Yeah.
of what's made, then get yourself prepared and you can do it at a
Make it
later
after.
date. Yep.
And don't forget to tag us in.
Yes.
Do you know what? I think we should have that as a new strap line. Don't forget to tag us in.
We
Don't
need
forget
to-
to tag us in.
Yeah, that's it. But I don't have to sing it, do I?
Yeah, go on, then. Let's do your version.
No, that's not Carol. Have limitations. You don't need to hear me sing.
Don't forget to tag us in. Carol McFarlane's Lives.
Carol, have you got your
I'm
sweet
getting all
stamp?
giddy. Have I got my what?
Sweet stamps.
Oh, sorry. Did we not get them out, Andrea? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They're not in there. I know where they are. I'll be here then.
Too small.
Okay, yeah, they're good.
Those colours are gorgeous.
They're lovely, aren't
I
they?
must say.
For
Yeah.
Easter.
Yeah.
So sweet stamps are all back in stock. So let me just tell you about them. Sweet stamps are all back in stock. They come in a presentation case. Emily, I get you the names wrong. Your mother must have always been going Emily, Amy,
No,
Amy,
they used to
Emily.
call us
Emily.
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 They're all back in stock. They're all in the presentation boxes. Amy was in Italy last week, so I've just spoke to her about when we can get boxes, just boxes, because I know so many of you have asked for the boxes on their own. So I'm hoping to have an answer this week. Okay. These have been flying out though, haven't they? So with the boxes, they've just gone. And what's really nice, it's got like a little magnetic.
Magnet, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, has it got a magnet? It must be a magnet.
Yeah.
Yes, there, isn't it? Yeah. But little magnetic lock in there. So loads of you have been asking them for the previous stamps. There'll be 2 sizes, but as soon as Amy can get them in, but I don't think even she expected them to go as fast, did she?
No, they were
No,
like
they got
insane.
Right, so I will leave you to do that.
Thank you. So I am just going to do L-O.
Did you get the paint out and everything?
No, I'm not even going to paint it.
Oh,
I'm just going to
gonna push
indent
them
it.
in.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Just a quick and easy cake for somebody to do. Is that right?
And it's nice with the matching colour toppers, isn't it?
Yeah. And then I
Yeah.
just press them in. Now I should have used a pickup pad because that would have took them out for me. I'm just going to.
Yeah, but they're easy to get off if you just push them, don't you?
Yeah.
And the colours that you've used today is some are fractal and some have been colour splash, haven't they?
I think they were all fractal.
Oh,
Those
they're all
ones,
fractal
yeah,
that you
yeah.
use, right?
You
Fantastic.
used colour splash on the board actually, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it was rainbow dust.
Oh.
Or do you have rainbow dust?
Yeah.
Open? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't think this one through, did you,
No,
Michelle?
That's one big cake now, isn't
Yes.
it?
Sorry?
Keep mixing blue, will you?
Okay. I use pink. We blow pink, don't we?
No, that's it. Oh, there's time left, yeah, you're right.
No,
Use a red.
Yeah, he's right. Red safe. We love red.
It's alright, the girls are just trying to work out which colour they've got the most of to use. So Emily doesn't run out for her
You only need a little
cake.
blob, don't you? You only need just a... Do you not just need a palette knife just to spread a little bit on?
No.
Are you going for the full... Are you going for the full
Full
square,
rose,
are you?
yeah.
Just the like a blob like the inside of the cake.
Right.
What do they call like a kiss kind of, is it?
Let the air out.
We actually, have you got the wipes?
Yes. Spectrum flows.
Yes. We can show the wipes.
Oh, sorry, I'm daydreaming. What wipes?
Spectrum
The
flows.
the wipeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I put them in here. Yep, there you go.
Excellent.
And if you had little pre-made flowers, you could just stick them on the corner or sprinkle.
Yeah.
What's this for?
Cleaning up the...
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Her bag farted.
Straight out with it, Emily. Straight out with it. We're all thinking it. So it's been a great live, fantastic audience.
Yes.
I forgot to ask, anybody new to the kitchen, let us know that you're new to the kitchen. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to tag us in when you're copying us and you're doing these things. And you know what? If you're going on the community group or any group and you're doing something that you've learned from our lives, please let people know that that you've learnt it from Sugar and Crumbs or with Carol McFarland or whoever's taught you on the Sugar and Crumbs live. It's nice to tag in that tutor and our lives. So let everybody else know where you learnt as well.
So the wipes that you just saw Michelle using, they're from the Spectrum Flow brand and they're called Wipeouts. They're food grade, the material that they're made of is food grade, it's all safe and they're fantastic for any overspill, mistakes, spills or anything like that. So like you saw there was a bit of buttercream came out of the bag when Michelle was piping and it's just wiped straight off, no colour's been left. There's a very slight wet residue but it will dry out naturally, so just don't mess about with it while it's wet. It's absolutely fine, but you'll see as we've used these loads on the previous lives and they are an investment, they're fantastic. So not just airbrush or paints like buttercream as you've just seen, they're really, really good.
That's some whopper of a cake.
That
isn't
is
it?
Oh,
fantastic.
I've got another rose in the freezer.
Hey.
Oh, I've got another rose to pop on.
Oh yeah. Let me get some glitter out. Let's bling it.
Just
What do
straighten
you want
the
to
board
bling
up
it with?
for
You
me.
want to bling it with gold or silver?
Perfect.
Silver. And we'll put it down in the freezer from last week.
Oh gosh. It's still there.
Which was that?
I'm not sure if it's a bit wet. I was using it earlier today.
Oh yeah, we had actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I thought we got it out ready.
Where
Yeah.
did I put that other white?
Oh, I moved stuff.
Thanks. They just got buttercream all over the meringue. Or the...
Macaron.
Yeah.
Fake macaron.
Yeah. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It really does.
Absolutely.
It's gorgeous.
Looks fantastic. What does the audience think?
Beautiful.
Love it.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's
Oh,
a bit
this.
fun. Yeah, yeah.
Give it a squirt.
Ooh.
It's always...
Everybody
Swear
does
to
that
God,
now.
It's the best thing in the world. And a bit on your face as well, Michelle.
No.
You can probably use it for festivals, like
Yeah,
stuff
probably.
later on.
Can you
Is it
just,
undone?
where that bottom corner is, can you just push the board up a little bit?
This one?
Yeah, stop. Yeah, that's it.
There we go. How good's that?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Well done,
Brilliant,
Michelle.
well done.
Hey, high five.
Beautiful. People are
Hey.
loving
Ooh,
that.
well done.
Absolutely
See what happens when
love
she
it.
gets over her nerves?
I know.
Flying back here in the kitchen again.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Make some brave stuff, these girls, don't they? How good is that? Whoa! Did you see that then? Did you see it? No! She nearly took out the other cake. Did you not see? Yeah! Did you not see what you did? You just went. Did you see it?
I didn't catch it.
I did see
Did you see it? It's like half a centimetre away, millimetre away. Right, go on. This looks great. Good.
Look how perfect that is.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a heart, and inside the heart I'm gonna pipe different colours, and then I'm gonna do an arrow going through it, and then maybe a few little things as well. How are we for time?
We're 1 hour 10.
Oh, grand, we're good.
Well, it's 10.
You're doing alright, crikey.
No,
Can't
I
believe
have
it.
a little template cut out, a little heart, and I left it on this table here somewhere. I hope it wasn't thrown out.
So just while the girls are sorting out there, hello YouTubers, I know we forget you every week, we really don't mean to, sorry. It's just because that we stream direct to Facebook and then Facebook stream out to YouTube, and we're just looking at all the equipment. It's just Facebook,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
All the work on there. So if you are on YouTube, please place a comment, and you know what, share as well with your friends via YouTube. I can't do the prize on there, unfortunately. You'll have to do that on Facebook. But for those people who are watching on our live, do go over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel as well. It's really important that you subscribe. You only need to log in. Do you need a Gmail email to subscribe?
I can't remember what it requires. I think it is
Yeah.
a Gmail, yeah.
It's dead easy. Create yourself an account. A Gmail. You don't have to use it for anything else other than logging into your YouTube account, and then it means that you can post some comments, give us some feedback, and it's nice for us to know that you're over there. And so many people use the YouTube channel as a directory for coming back and looking at previous lives. And we've got 3 years of content on there, which is great. And it's good because if you watch us from the early days when John used to follow us around with one camera, and so many of you are watching tonight and you remember those days where it's just me and John and one camera, no stands. By the time you came to, when you came to us, Maria, were we on stands?
No.
Was we still on one camera?
Yes.
I think one of the
For a
first
few
ones.
months.
I think one of the first ones you were with, was it when Verena was here and John lent on the cake?
The very first one
Yeah.
that I've done with you, it was a gluten-free carrot cake,
Oh, was it? Yeah.
and it
yeah.
was without any stone. And you can see John all the time, like with the back and behind.
And then we're upgraded and we've got stands, and then we've got Laura in the kitchen, and eventually Laura's had to take it over from John, and then we've had to get John back. You all love him on Thursdays.
Okay, so if you have a hard cutter, I would advise using a hard cutter, but we didn't have one here, so I just improvised. So I
It's
just
always
made.
good to know how to improvise.
That's it, yes.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a hard cutter, I'm sure you have them on the website.
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah, we do. Yeah.
I just cut a template, but to be honest, I'd much prefer a cutter because all you have to do is just emboss it in. But I'm gonna have to trace around this, so bear with me. Which angle is best for me to do this?
If you can do it towards that
Here?
side camera.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping this will kind of just stick on for me.
That's perfect.
Yeah, ish. And then I'll just trace around with this here.
I know you use that stick, but you could use a scribe needle as well.
You
couldn't
could definitely.
Yeah.
This is a bit long and awkward. And I'm shaky. Doesn't
Well,
help.
I'd be shaking if I was doing that.
Yeah. So
I
hard
shake
colour.
every week. I was talking to Emily before about me getting hot and bothered in the kitchen, and you get hot as well, don't you?
Yeah,
And I
okay
think-
now
do you think
because the
it's
heating
all-
was on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all the lights on you as well, isn't
Yeah,
it? And the fact that you're going live as well.
Yeah, and
all adds
normally
to
if you're
it, doesn't
baking
it?
at home, you've had the oven on, you've been moving around.
You're running around,
yeah.
aren't you? And I get a little bit stressed because you want everything to go to
Yeah,
plan.
of course you do.
And when you get stressed, what I do, I get hot and clammy hands
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
God, I'm having a flush thinking about it. Flush it up now.
Okay, so I can see my little outline here, and then I'm just going to pipe into it with a few different colours of cake cream. So I think I'll go in with black first. And all you have to do is just stay within the line,
Yeah.
essentially. Can you see this here?
Can we see that?
No.
No.
You need to be facing this camera.
Then move it back more.
If you stop piping, I should be able to. I can't. Yes, thanks, Maria.
Yeah.
It's just hard to see the outline at the moment from the
Oh,
camera.
okay, yeah,
That's
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So when you start piping,
There is an outline
Yeah.
there, I promise.
Yeah.
You can see what she's doing, can't you?
yeah.
And this turntable is
Oh, no.
moving.
Oh, I know. The dodgy turntable.
Want me to hold it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy legit turntables, people.
This is where I got conned, everyone. I bought what I thought was a genuine Atico turntable and realised I bought a Chinese copy.
Okay, and then I'll go in a bit of pink. I'm just going random, just wherever you feel.
Black and pink is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of blue.
Pool party, isn't it?
Yeah, this is pool party. Here.
So again, whatever nozzles you've got, whatever colour theme that you want to do, you do your own inspiration. You know, this is just ideas and techniques and hints and tips.
We haven't mentioned about the wish list.
Yeah.
The Facebook. Oh, have we? All right.
Pink.
Sorry.
And you
I
don't
missed
worry,
it.
Don't worry.
Missed it again.
Don't worry.
Go on then, carry on. Sorry, interrupted.
All right.
Do you have another nozzle there?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Is it a bed you want? Yeah, perfect. Oh, that's great.
So, all,
We're fighting over who speaks first.
it's me, I can't stand silence. Can you tell? Go on, Laura.
I was just about to say, if you're interested in purchasing any of the products you've seen, the nozzles are all on the website. So like Michelle said earlier, you could use the nifty nozzles on this, for example, the same as you did with the L-shaped sponge cake. You've already got, you know, loads of our viewers have already got nifty nozzles. They've got the Wilton tips, for example. So put your own spin on it. Head over to the Sugar and Crumbs website. You can either search by brand, use the shop feature, or you can go to the Facebook Live must-haves. So you can find everything in one section that's been used in particular. But like I say, we've got the Nifty Nozzles brand on there, the cake creams on there, all the different colours are all in stock at the moment. So you can head over to the website for the cake cream and stock up. And the piping bags and things like that are all on there as well. So pretty much everything that gets used in the kitchen is on the website. We try and keep everything on the shop for you so you can find everything that you need.
We're trying our hardest to get the camera views.
Yeah.
Emily?
That's
See?
yeah, I can now.
Have you got it?
I can now.
Well done, Laura. Yep, so don't forget to like and share the live. Don't forget to pop over to the wish list. Do all your shopping on our website, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. Don't forget to tag everybody in. We're here working hard, showing you how to do everything. You've only got to do everything with your finger. Pop everything in the shopping basket and buy it.
Yeah.
Pop it, tag everybody in. And what else do they need
Like
to
and
do?
share.
Like and share. They are.
And review.
Oh, and a review. Yes.
Yeah,
And
review
you've
would
only
be
got to do
nice.
all that with your finger. I mean, there's nothing to that, is there?
No,
Sat in your
no,
armchair.
nothing at all to it.
Now this is going to be really awkward angle, so I'm just going to have to do it over here.
It's okay. Don't worry, we'll forgive you for now.
Okay, more pink.
So all Emily's doing is actually following the guide that she's popped on the cake. So you saw her before use a template, paper template. You can use a cutter if you've got one, just to provide a small, a slight indentation into the buttercream, just to give you a guide of where to pipe as an outline. So obviously we've used the red today and we've used a heart for the Valentine's theme, but you could put an initial on there, You could do a star, you know, anything that you want really. But this is a beautiful combination of the colours and the patterns, and it's just to give you an idea of how you can change the style of the cake up. So it's a basic cake in terms of the fact that it's plain cake, but this feature on the front really gives a different dimension to it. It's fantastic.
Turn it round to the camera. Oh, look.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is gorgeous, isn't it?
The colours.
Yeah.
It's a red,
Yeah.
black background.
Yeah. That blue is incredible against the rest
Opposite.
of them.
Yeah, I love the blue and the red actually.
Yeah.
Should have made the other blue. Would have been
The dark
gorgeous,
blue as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It'll do.
It
And I
looks
think that's
fantastic.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to make my arrow.
Should we move the cake out the way so they can see
Do
you
you
make it?
need
Yeah.
some space?
So here, is that okay?
You put it there. Or do you want to put it behind you, Emily?
Yeah.
Just pop it behind you.
Got space.
Yeah.
Make sure I don't have stuff all over my hands.
Did you want red sugar base to make your arrow?
No, I'm going to paint it in gold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, very good.
Gold would be nice.
You girls are very imaginative, aren't you? I can't think of anything making you.
We're obsessed. Is there glue? I had some glue out yesterday. Brushes. Yeah, it's all there. I have it all.
So it seems everybody likes the children's live, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. And loads of people inquiring about the classes as well. So for the classes, they're all available to book directly on the Sugar and Crumbs website. So if you're happy to pay the full balance, go over and pop it in your basket, go through the checkout as normal. You will get an order confirmation, and then we will follow it up with another email to you, which will have all the class information on for you. If you're wanting to pay a deposit towards a class, it is a non-refundable deposit. So just call us at the office. We're open between 7 and 5 weekdays only. Give us a call, give us your details. We will take a deposit over the phone, and we will secure your space with that non-refundable deposit. And then we do ask that you pay the full balance prior to the course, and it's 2 weeks prior to the course date. We know life takes over and you forget, and we will follow it up with a polite reminder to give you a call just to jog your memory. But once you've paid that non-refundable deposit, it does secure your space on the class. So yeah, if you're happy to pay for the full balance, just head over to the website and book the class as normal. And like I say, we will follow it up with an email confirmation with all the class details on for you.
Okay, so I'm just cutting out the spike at the front. So literally, you probably be able to get a triangle cutter, but I'm improvising. I'll cut out two like that, and then I'm just going to cut this. Hopefully, scissors are strong enough. These. And a little glue. So just glue one side, and then lay your stick down, and then lay your other side then on top. Make sure it doesn't stick to your counter. So I'm going to paint that up in gold as well after. I think it will look nice and gold.
Yeah.
Signature gold?
Yeah, whatever gold you have out there.
Yeah.
Use that one. Okay, and then for the back, just do little triangles as well. What goes on the back? It's kind of like a
Yeah, it's
V,
like V,
a V shape.
like feathered, isn't it,
Yeah.
on the bottom of an arrow?
Okay, so I do.
Got me thinking.
I know.
I'll have to Google it. Google an arrow.
That one.
Oh, it's been a long day.
Okay, and then
When we have tutors coming in, you know, it's a long day really, because you know the office staff start at 7, and then they come back for the night shift. Me, I'm up early, and then you got your guests in, and like the guests are in and they're preparing. It's long for you girls, isn't it? Because you got to travel over,
yeah.
get everything in, and it's no matter which guests we've got in. You know, I mean, these girls have been in the kitchen several times. They were a bit flummoxed last week because I had a change around. They just got to the stage where they thought they knew everything.
Yeah.
Where everything was.
Just like to challenge us. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, then I changed it round. But you know, everything has to be prepared again. You've got to make sure you got everything. And sometimes we forget things, you know, Like they didn't happen to mention to me we needed a cutter.
Well, they've improvised and they've done a great
7
job.
o'clock at night, an hour before we go live. We've got a cutter. Yeah, in the warehouse.
It's fantastic what you've done.
We just kind of, wing it.
Make it
Yeah, well, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think it's just good to cut things hand like that, don't you? Because you don't want every cutter, do you?
No.
You don't need every
them.
cutter. When are you going to use the end of a bow and arrow again?
No, I don't even think
I've
there
never
is
used
such a
one in my
thing.
life. Eh?
I don't even think there is such a thing.
No.
But you know what you could actually use is a square cutter, and then you
Yeah.
just cut out a square, and then you cut it back a bit, and then you'll get your
Yeah.
V from the corner of the square. If that makes sense. Just use the corner of it. It probably doesn't make any sense to anybody right now.
Well, it does, but I've never used a square cutter in my life either.
They're just the things you have to have is a round and square. They're
Yeah.
essential.
Yes, geometric.
There's a good set, the geometric set on
Yeah.
the MM cutters. There's a good set.
Really,
'Cause that's
really good.
everything in it.
And you got all the different sizes
Yeah.
in it. And you've got oval, square. Is there rectangles in that as well?
No, I don't think it is. I
Can't
think it's
remember.
oval, square, round.
Cool. So I should have 4 pieces here, so I'll just do 2 kind of feathers. And use a firm paste when you're doing this. Don't use like a real soft sugar paste. I'm using, I think it's Renshaws Extra.
Yeah, it is.
But ideally even a firmer paste, like a modelling paste would be better for this.
Yeah. Yeah, Saraceno or the flower modelling paste would be good, wouldn't it?
So I'm just going to lay them down like that. And then the other half on top.
So for anyone who's missed the Facebook Live already this evening, you can catch up when we're finished. So it will be pinned to the top of the Facebook page. You can watch it back at any point when we're finished. And it also gets transferred over to YouTube as well. So you can catch up at any point. And we don't delete any of our previous lives off YouTube. They're all available to watch. So like Carol said earlier, you can go back 3 years if you wanted to. There's loads on there, loads of hints and tips. There's always something different. So even if it's the same recipe or the same idea, our guests always put their own spin on it, their own designs. They've always got their own ways of doing things. So it's really nice to have all those different ideas and suggestions to look back on.
And making sure that these will stand. So ideally you should make this up the night before, or if you have a firmer paste, it should be alright. I'm just
So
gonna,
let it firm up a bit and
Yeah.
dry.
I'm actually just going to thin it a bit. I might, this should be okay. Just going to make them a little bit shorter. Just so they don't flop off on me when I put them on. But if you're using a firmer paste, you probably get away with having them a bit longer.
You could use the gold flowers wire as well. That could
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That would work too. Okay, so Michelle kindly mixed this up for me. So it's the signature gold in the fake apple dust, and just mixed it with dipping solution.
Yeah. Don't want you to have red cake cream on your chin.
Oh, yeah, tiny little.
Yeah.
And white sugar paste up to your red nails. Just so that we can really,
I've had all sorts.
yeah.
The life of being a cake decorator.
Yeah.
Well, everybody is loving this live.
Yeah.
They're really enjoying it.
Great.
I've got my sister back over as well.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a whirlwind the last few months.
Yeah, she's been everywhere, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So she did the cake shows, and she's done Melbourne, Melbourne.
Manila.
No, it was Sydney, Manila, wasn't
Germany.
it? Then Melbourne.
Germany.
David went to Germany. She's in Italy now.
Very busy.
They went somewhere else on holidays. Where did they go?
Did they go to Croatia?
Croatia.
Yes.
And then they got engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was part of the engagement.
Were you?
You must know that story.
Have you not heard
Yeah.
about it?
Oh, poor David. So obviously Amy doesn't know that David is going to propose, does
Yes.
she?
Yeah.
So she has sent me a message and I have now seen the message and respond.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, it's easy if I just call you. Can I speak? She went, yeah, of course. Unbeknownst to Amy and myself, David is just about to propose. So she answers the phone, and Amy is chatting away about all the things that we need to chat about. Yeah. And then she puts the phone down, and 2 minutes afterwards, well, 5 minutes afterwards, she goes, oh my God, Dave's just proposed. Well, he must have been stood there waiting. Get off the phone.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it is. I couldn't believe it. I got the text message sort of like within 5 minutes. Like,
Poor guy.
Dave's just proposed. And I'm like, when? I've just been talking to you. Because it would have, my brain couldn't handle it that, would you have not told me why you was telling me?
Yeah.
Well, actually, he's just done it after you've got off the phone. So I had to laugh at poor David.
Oh dear.
But he did say, he said, I was thinking to himself, get off the phone, get off the phone.
Now, just get the clock there.
The cakes look fantastic in the background there.
Yeah.
Don't they all look good? I'm glad it was just ironic we've ended up saving those cakes.
I know.
So it's good, and it's nice how well they've lasted in the fridge. So we'll cut into those. So we've got 3 cakes to give away this week, haven't we?
Okay.
How perfect that is.
Huh?
Perfect.
Oh, the red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to push these in, I think, at a nice angle. And I'm just going to actually cut them a little bit shorter, I think.
Yeah, so bearing in mind this is a dummy cake,
Yeah.
so it will be quite tough for Emily to get them through.
If you were doing like just as plain sponge, you probably wouldn't need to cut them.
Yeah, you could just shove it around.
And
Yeah.
I might actually just use a skewer just to
To get the guide
make the
through.
hole first. So we'll put that on. Might even go shorter again.
Yeah, we have to remember not to take that one into work to try and chop off.
Polystyrene balls and people's teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
So,
where you're going to put it. So put it in there and then use a skewer just to kind of make the hole first.
So don't forget to like and share. I'm going to do the draw in a few minutes. So when we're finished on this camera, we're going to take my phone off and then I can do the draw from last week's live. Michelle chose the winner from last
Gemma,
week.
I think her name was.
Yeah, it was Gemma.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Gemma Bush, yeah. Oh, she was very happy, wasn't
Yes.
she? Yeah. And then we'll get Emily, when I know what name I'm saying, to make this week's winner.
Anyone having tea? Coffee?
No.
No, I'm alright, thank you. If I have a coffee now, I'll be awake again all night. I don't sleep as it is.
So I just want to make sure these line up nicely. Yeah.
Down.
So if you do get on the class to see Emily and do that class, it's a wonderful class. We've got 2 spaces left, I think, haven't we?
Yeah.
So do make sure you
Well,
get
we
booked
did
on it.
have, but people have been watching, so
yeah, we don't know yet,
we
don't
don't
we?
actually know.
Oh, it'd be great if we were a sellout for the class in this live.
That's what happens, you see. We go
Yeah.
live and obviously we don't know what people are buying as we're live.
That'd be great.
And it happens with stock as well. So we go live, we tell you what we've got, and then during the live it changes.
Yeah. So hopefully we haven't got any spaces left because we have the 2 spaces filled. But we've got we did have 2 spaces left. And that's on
beautiful.
Sunday the 1st of March. Now the funny thing is, Saturday the 29th of February is a leap year. So my birthday's on the Friday, the 28th. The 29th of February is a leap year. Who's going to ask their loved ones to marry them? Which fool is going to do that?
Calm down.
So, and then Emily is going to be here on the 1st, and you're going to do a live for us on the 2nd, aren't you?
Yep.
Great. We're looking forward to that.
Definitely. Me as well. So I'm
And
just
what are you going to do now?
going to pipe some black swirls on top.
Ooh, it looked nice with the black one.
And maybe around the bottom as well. I can show you how to cover actually your board once your cake's on it. That'd be quite useful.
Yeah.
So I might do that as well. We're doing okay on time, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I will do that.
Doesn't it look good, that?
Beautiful.
Doesn't it? It's simple but so effective, isn't it? I have to say, I'm very proud of you girls, what you've done.
Ah, I'm just changing the bag here.
You squeeze it in.
And our audience has
Have,
been fantastic tonight.
Yeah,
hasn't
our audience
Oh,
love
you're
you too. But to be fair, we have a fantastic audience every week, but
Yeah.
they were really excited.
But they
when
really
heard that
love
you came
us,
back.
don't they?
Well, they love us. Of course they love us.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
So don't forget, like and share while you sat in your chair. That rhymed, didn't it?
Did,
Like and share while you sat in your chair. Don't forget your
With no
reviews.
care.
Don't forget your feedback. Don't forget to tag us in. We're going to start 2020, giving you instructions on what to do.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold it?
Yeah.
You know what I like about the cake cream? How glossy and shiny
Yeah,
it is,
It's
isn't it?
fun.
And it's really satisfying to pipe.
Pardon?
To pipe with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's real smooth.
Like you could put in like 2 or 3 tubs of black colouring into normal buttercream and you still wouldn't get
No,
that black.
no, definitely wouldn't.
No. And what I will say is you can use this for your Russian piping tips as well.
Yes.
I must make some out.
Yes.
With what's left
We want to
afterwards,
do a
I'll have a
fault
play
line.
actually.
And get you to do the piping. So we will.
No. Tired, you carry on.
No, not
Not
now.
today.
Is it? Seen that big blob you just dropped on the floor?
And I was like centimetre away from stepping
Yes.
in it.
I know.
Maybe get tissue first.
That's the thing when it's in the bag and you squeeze in your bag, it just comes out,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, this cake cream does work very well with the Russian piping tips as well.
Yeah.
In fact, I actually think Swiss meringue buttercream is actually the nicest effect for the Russian piping tips.
That would have been lovely on the letter cake.
Yeah. But you just couldn't get me to do it, could you? I'm tired.
Okay, so I need to do this over here because that's going to be the way.
That's okay.
Will I cut the top of the bag off for you?
No, it's okay. I'll still have to be over here because
Do you want to move that camera out the way then for her so she can get on?
Do you want me to move
So
it?
that, yeah.
yeah, if you can move it back, that'd be great.
Like, we're not even
Do you want me to
using
put that camera on that side? Maybe some-
I can do it
just
here.
From here.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's all right.
Yeah, that work?
I've got you on. It's all right, Maria. Don't worry.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. This is going to be a tall cake.
Doesn't look great, that black.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
A really handy tip when you pipe is always keep your bag twisted, even after you've pressed a few times, to keep the pressure. It makes it easier to pipe.
You feel us all out of our breath.
Huh?
Concentrating.
We're all holding our breath.
So quiet.
I just love that black.
It's
Hey.
gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
Brilliant,
deepened.
isn't it? It's
gotten
just
even
so
blacker.
gorgeous.
I can't wait until the navy comes out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get a lot of requests for navy cakes.
Mm.
It's so hard.
Mm.
Cool.
Mm.
What you could do then as well is with the pink, if I have a plain nozzle, yes, you could just go around and pipe a few hearts. So I'm just going to practice on here. Make sure I can do it. Yeah. Pipe a few little hearts around. Can you see that? You probably can't see that at all, can you?
Swing round to this camera.
Like this?
That's okay.
We got it?
Oh, we did have.
We got it?
Yeah.
What do we need? You might have to do that again. We haven't got it on camera.
I'm going to do a
We
few
moved
of
it
them.
too
So
far.
This way.
That's it.
Let's just.
It's fine.
Are we got it? Are we on camera now? Yeah. Just keep turning it so they can see on the camera. Right?
I'm just doing random little hearts.
Yay.
So yeah, I'll show you how to cover a board then once you have your cake on it. So it's really handy, especially for buttercream cakes. What colour did I do? We have black, don't we? I think I got black.
For what?
Sugar.
Sugar paste.
Yeah, didn't you
Sugar
get it out before?
Yeah.
I have it here.
Excellent.
And what are you going to do with it now?
I'm going to cover the board.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Yeah.
You could use like a coloured board. Do you guys stock the coloured boards?
We don't. Do you know what? We used to stock them, but they never sold, did they?
And they get damaged really quickly.
Yeah, that's very
And the
true.
thing is, because boards do get damaged, but if it's silver, you're covering them.
Yeah.
But the coloured ones, people buying them so they don't have to
Yeah.
cover
Yeah.
them. So if they do get damaged, we spent most of our time just refunding money
Yeah.
on them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do this. It's going to be handy.
And the thing is, I got to the stage where I thought I'm only selling them in packs of 5, but not
Yeah,
everybody
that's
wants a
not
pack of 5 of red.
No.
do
You
they?
can find a blade.
Mm.
I think the tools are in that one.
What do you need? Like a craft knife?
Yeah.
In that same tub.
This one?
Don't dig in my green board too hard. Very gentle. I noticed you did it very lightly last time. Keep the same theory.
I will. No problem.
They're all blunt.
They're all what?
If you did the
They'll be fine,
blades on
Michelle.
them.
They'll work. Yeah, it'll be grand.
Oh, bent.
They're all bent.
Mm.
Oh, he's been bending them.
No, that's the way they come now.
Yeah.
They come bent now.
Yeah.
The last few times.
Why do they come bent now?
It must be to blunt them. It's got red buttercream all over that.
You mean they deliberately do it?
Yeah, where you see at the very top. Maybe it's the way it goes through the machines or whatever.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's the way they cut them, isn't it?
Like baffled. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually never been that close to a knife.
You see, when you're cutting edible images and all, you really notice it.
You notice it, yeah.
Can you feel it when you do that?
Mm.
Rolling, 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 rolling.
This is Rancho's Extra, is it?
Yeah.
Fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah, but it seems that she aimed to waste that one here board.
Yeah.
Only the kids, when they get the cake, they like to pick it off the board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do,
and eat
yeah.
it,
Okay. Should be good.
You're going to want ribbon as well.
Oh yeah, well, sure. We may as well.
Pardon?
We may as well.
When they've got the whole lot.
How do you attach your ribbon?
Pardon? With
How-
glue.
For a stick.
There we go.
So roll it out. You want to get it around 2 to 3 millimeters thick is the ideal thickness. You don't need to have it as thick for your board, which is great. Okay. And then whatever size your cake is, you need something like a template to cut it. Normally I'd use like a drum or a board. But I have a dummy here that's the same size as the dummy that we used. So I'm just going to use this. Pop it into the center. Lovely, thank you. And then just cut around. Make sure not to cut Carol's board.
Yeah. Good.
That's why they blunted the needle.
Yeah.
Crack knife.
Yeah, I made a request to PME. Blunt knives, please.
So just remove that piece that you cut and then cut a line at the back, and then you'll be able to just fold these two bits back, and then just the cake. Oh,
Got it?
yeah. And then I'll just put a little bit of glue on. Is that glue handy?
It's that.
Yeah, thank you. Just on your board so you know it's going to stick. I'm actually just going to take this out for a sec while I do this so it doesn't get in the way. So I do this with most of my cakes now because I find it really hard covering my board separate and then trying to get your cake to land bang smack in the middle.
Especially when it's a buttercream cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just gets really messy and you'll end up smearing your buttercream, and we don't need that stress. And this actually uses less paste.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I find like I don't know what colour my board needs to be until the end of my
Yeah.
cake.
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a bit more control over what you want it to be.
Sometimes you have a vision in your head and then it doesn't work out. So you
Yeah.
Yeah.
completely change it.
Exactly, yeah. So then just lift it in and get it right in nice and flush, and then unfold the two sides, and then just gently push it in so it sits nicely. And the same for the other side. I'm curious to see, do many people use this technique, or
Yeah, we have had a few people use it on the lives before.
yeah.
I never do.
But no, I
I'm
don't. And I
lazy.
don't know why I don't, because it's so
you save
easy.
sugar. It is easy, and you save sugar paste,
Yeah.
don't you?
I find
just
this
never do.
easier.
Yeah.
I used to roll it out in a long like sausage and then roll it around
Yeah.
the cake.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then you're kind of stretching and pulling and
Yeah.
It will be as even.
I just like to roll it straight on the board and make my life really easy.
The only thing when you do this, you do get a line at the back.
Yeah.
But to me,
But that's how you know that it's the back.
yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me personally because it's nice and neat.
And it's minimal.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a minimal line. You know, it's not an obvious issue.
Exactly, yeah, that's it. And then just using
Is it me? I'm freezing in this kitchen. I know.
one way or the other,
It's
Carol.
not like you,
I
Carol.
know. But I am freezing.
Do you want a coat?
I think I might put one on in a minute.
There's a scarf there behind
Should I
you.
put the radiator back on? Yeah. I know normally I'm dying with heat in here. Are you cold, Marie? Got your fluffy jumper on, haven't you? Apron.
And
That's
we'll
lovely.
just make sure you have cut it nice and flush with the board so the ribbon will sit nice. I have a thing, boards have to have ribbon.
Yeah.
Should I put a ribbon on that?
Yeah.
Just turn it around, you see a little bit there, yeah. Mhm.
So I'm just cutting off a little bit extra that I missed. And then I'll use this for the ribbon. Make life easier. And this has to have a bit of spark on it as well, doesn't it?
And if you put your sugar paste back in a bag and reseal it up, you can use it again.
Oh yeah,
Just
definitely.
throw that black circle bit in.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Bearing on the mind of cost on it.
Was that a
Doesn't
hint
matter.
at me?
Hey?
Were you
Well,
hinting?
it doesn't matter to me, but you know, when people are spending a lot of money on sugar paste, they need to know they can save it,
Oh, yeah.
reuse it, and
Oh, there's nothing worse though having to open up a new packet of
yeah.
paste after you've just opened one already. Sometimes you only need that little bit, like. Okay. How are we doing on time?
You're just coming up to 1 hour 47 you're on.
Okay.
So,
So we have
yeah.
the
I can't
extra
believe
time.
it. This is the first time we've not had to go over, isn't it?
Shock horror.
I know.
Oh, the black board or the black ribbon looks
Isn't it fabulous?
so
It
nice.
Yes.
does, yeah.
Really, really nice.
It really brings it together, doesn't it? It just shows the difference of putting it onto a board.
Don't forget your other arrow bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stick that back in.
It just shows that extra bit of effort, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, bit of glitter.
Yeah.
White or
Absolutely.
gold?
Is the gold out? I think the gold's out there,
Yeah.
not it?
I think the gold would be nice.
I think the gold would be nice.
So this is the Sugar Flare Finishing Sparkle. So it's in gold and it's also in silver on the website. So the brand you're looking for is Sugar Flare, but we'll pop it in the wish list as well.
Yeah. The weirdest thing though, we can't put silver because when our lads are picking it, on the bottle it's called Finishing Sparkle.
Yeah.
So the silver one is Finishing Sparkle, but then they brought the gold one out and called it Gold Finishing Sparkle. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, why can you call the first one Silver Finishing Sparkle?
Just to confuse you.
Yeah.
But I can't put it on because when the boys are picking, they'll be running around the warehouse looking for
Looking
silver finishing
specifically,
sparkle.
yeah, for silver.
So,
I'm actually just going to do a rope around the bottom as well. May as well use this up.
yeah, absolutely. Don't waste any. And then just remind everybody, Emily, that whatever they've got left over, they can put in a tub. And how long can it stay in the fridge for?
So you can put it back into the fridge. I think it's 10 days, 2
Mm.
weeks. Is it 2 weeks in the fridge, or you can freeze it up to 3 months. So
Yeah.
just make sure you wrap it well, especially if you put it in your fridge. You know, you have all the different flavors and things
Yeah.
in your fridge. You don't want it to. Now I'm just trying to
You can
decide.
get a little label and stick the dates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Food label, yeah.
Will they do a rope or a shell?
Good little rope.
Little rope. It won't be a little rope. It'll be a big rope.
Well, a big rope.
So So always start at the back when you're doing stuff like this, so you know you're in the swing of things. Then you get to the front.
You just might do a camera adjustment.
Yeah.
Hold on. Camera adjustment so we can all see.
Can you see?
Looks fantastic.
The sound it makes.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that looks fantastic, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
beautiful.
What do you all think, everybody? Hasn't it been a fantastic night?
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely loving it.
Yeah,
The comments are
absolutely. It's
great.
lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stunning.
Oh,
Look at
how
that.
shiny it is.
Wow.
I should see the mess we made of the kitchen.
I'm going to go to bed and leave you lot to it.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Absolutely,
Absolutely
gorgeous.
fantastic. Well done.
Do you want us to show something else, or do you want to finish early?
I
Pardon?
think, well, we're
Right, what else
almost
do you want to show?
we're almost done anyway
Yeah.
in time,
Oh,
so
yeah.
don't
What
worry
else
about
do you want
it.
to show?
I
What
don't
can you
know.
show quickly?
No. I don't know. I just wanted to see if you wanted to.
We're
show
well
something
with
else.
it. We're in time,
Yeah.
and
We'll do a little chat
Just
now.
on time.
yeah,
Oh my god.
let's just get that back. Can you bring? I
The
don't
other
know if
cake?
you'll fit the other cake on the board
I
at
don't
the
know.
same
We
time.
should have a clear up. Right, while we have a little clear up, I'll go and find the live from last week while you lot
Yeah,
move
we've
some of
got
this
to do
out.
the draw.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
So
good point.
let me just go and find that a minute.
So just very quickly to recap, if you like and share the
leave you to set
Facebook
up.
Live, we do a draw every Monday and every Thursday. So if you like and share the Mondays live, for example, we'll draw it on the Monday, the following Monday. If you like and share a Thursday live, we'll draw it the following Thursday. So we pop you into a draw for a £25 gift voucher to be spent on the Sugar and Crumbs website. So it's really worth it. Absolutely brilliant. We've got
Yeah.
loads of previous winners are so happy because it's just an added bonus. You know, we really appreciate you liking and sharing. We appreciate you tuning in. So, you know, we just thought we'd give you a little bonus for your effort.
And it's nice it's drawn on the night, isn't it,
Yes.
as well? So, just to remind you, do tag us in when you see us. And you know, I keep meaning to ask you to do it over the last few years, but it is really nice that if we've shown you how to do something in our kitchen, you know, do call it the Sugar and Crumbs Facebook Live and who the guest was and tag that guest in, tag me in, you know, and it's just nice just for us to get that recognition that we've actually shown you to do that. I'm just trying
Just as I destroy the kitchen.
I'm just trying to get the lives up a moment, just 1 second. Shares up. So I might just have to turn my phone off because my phone is just whirling for fun. It's actually been filming the whole time, so yeah.
Have you seen it?
Pardon?
Is it slanting?
So I'm just going to turn it off now, just 1 second. Turn it back on again. Yeah, it needed to go in the fridge to firm up that, didn't it? We'll get it in the fridge now.
We went
So
to the
just
mat.
let me get my phone back on. Sorry, because I've been using my phone for filming, we've just taken it off. And Laura might have just seen that one of the cameras is disconnected. Have you, Laura? Have you noticed? I've had to turn the phone off. The
Oh,
one
no,
that
it was
was here.
disconnected anyway.
Oh, you disconnected it, had you? Right. Well, it was just whirling away, so I've just got to wait for a moment. Do you want to talk through your class again?
Yeah.
And that you're going to be here in a few weeks and the cakes that we've done?
Definitely, yeah.
And do you want to just give a quick reminder about cake cream a minute, just while I get loaded up?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, if you weren't watching earlier, we're talking a bit about a class that I'm going to be doing over here in Sugar and Crumbs, which I'm very excited for. It's actually one of my first classes away from home, so I'll be on the flight over. But basically, it's an autumn class, and I'll show you how to make a autumn floral wrap around your bottom tier. We'll do a bit of sweet stamp. I'm going to show you how to get a nice gold sheen on the top tier, and then I'm going to show you how to make some flowers. So I do an anemone flower. You never know if I'm pronouncing that right. It sounds like a sea creature or something. And as well as that, I do rose leaves and eucalyptus leaves, and we do some berries and twigs and all that, and then we're going to attach it to a floral hoop, and then we put that onto the cake as well. So it's a really, really nice cake, and I'm very proud of this cake because I won an award for this cake for cover of the year for Cake Masters, which I'm unbelievably chuffed about.
I'd say you should.
Yeah. So that, as well as we've just launched our new black cake cream with sugar and crumbs. So we didn't have it last week, but we got it for this week because we had to show you it. So as you can see, it's really, really nice.
But you know what? I'm actually glad that you agreed to come back to show us.
Oh, anytime, Carol.
Because but it's good that you come back to show us, because it's great to tell people about the black cake cream when you've actually not seen it. Like last week, the vibrant red and the blues and all that all were great.
Yeah.
But when it's a new colour, people do want to see it, and I'm just so glad that you came back. So we're very grateful. You look grateful. Hope so.
They are.
So let us know what colours you want me to make next. I think I'm going to be doing navy and green, so if there's any other ones that you find you would use a lot and you struggle to make, let us know. At the moment we have the Midnight Black, we have Frozen Ice, which is a darker blue, like a superhero blue. Then we have Pool Party, which is like a pale kind of turquoise blue. Then we have Pink Lace, which is a really nice pale pink. Then we have Bubblegum Pink, which is like a darker pink. It's actually used on this cake here. And then the red, so we have the Vivid Red as well, which I absolutely love. And then the Whisper White, so that's with no colour added. So you can add in your colour, you can add in your gel pastes. Do you guys still have the colour mill? Yeah, the colour mill is made for kind of colouring fat-based things, so your buttercream, chocolate, so that will definitely work with these as well. And you can flavour it as well, so any of your normal flavourings. Are you ready to go? Okay.
I am, yeah.
Alright, good.
Yeah, you carry on, finish up.
Waffle. That's it. Like
Finish your waffling.
You can flavour it.
Do we want to whiz that camera over so that they can see? But anyhow, aren't these cakes amazing? 2 weeks on the run. How lucky are you? How lucky are we? So well done, girls. So last week's share created a whole load of shares. So what I have to do, I have to get them all loaded up, and then Emily, I'm just going to get them spinning. So I'm just going to get them spinning because there's over 100 and God knows how many. Can't remember. Whenever, I'm not going to tell you when. You now just have to. Ooh, Barbara Ann Ford. Ooh, Barbara will be happy, won't she? So congratulations, Barbara. And then we've just missed Lynn Bond, Helen Mills, Margaret Jubby.
Oh,
so they're all people that we
sorry.
know. But the thing is, though, it's so lovely. And do you know what? I'm glad that whoever wins on the lives, it's fantastic. It's always nice when we know them. So I know that Barbara Ann Ford will be absolutely over the moon that she's won.
Congratulations.
She's a great follower of Sugar and Crumbs, as is all the other ladies there. So look, Lynn Bond, Helen Miles, Margaret
Recognise
Jubby.
all the names.
Yeah. Oh yeah, do recognise them all. Trish Collins, Lindsay McIver, they're all there. But it was Barbara. Well done.
Well done, Barbara.
Right then, so that's us done in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Come on in, girls. Just move that out of the way so we can get little Michelle in. So that's us done in the kitchen. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Laura, for joining us.
No problem.
Thank you, everybody else. I'm back on Thursday with Karen. So Karen is making a Valentine's cake. She's going to use a stencil that not a stencil, what do you call it? An edible image that we printed off of her and her lovely husband, who's called John as well. We'll have my John in the kitchen on camera, and I'll just be doing the commenting. How funny is that?
I'll be watching.
Carrying a bit of bag of nerves. Or I might even just waltz off and leave them to it by themselves. So we'll see you on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Come and join us. And thank you, you two,
Thanks
again.
for having us again.
Thank you. See you two. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Like and share.